They will be arraigned in court virtually at the Naivasha court, where police will seek more days to conclude investigations. He pointed out that more details are emerging after interrogation. As it stands, a total of 9 candidates will sit for the exams behind bars following the death of their fellow student Vincent Ngugi, who was stabbed by another student.
And we've been given assurance by our security teams, our investigative arm, that they have done adequate check. They have apprehended the person who is suspected to have been the one who caused the harm and fatally injured the other student. But this morning, the candidate will do the exam from wherever they are. And thereafter, we shall conclude the process. And I'm sure they will be taken to court in the course of time, maybe even as early as today.
It's also good to report that the students who are involved in those fracas, that was on Saturday night, there were 3 boys, and the one that did the stabbing, all of them have been arrested. We are also managing so that they also, however much we've arrested them, we also make sure that they do their exams also, as the legal system takes.
Azimio leaders led by Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa appeared in court to block the implementation of the Jkia-Adani leasing deal worth 1.1 trillion shillings, saying it is a matter of critical importance. The opposition accused the government of state capture, terming the deal unclear and clouded in secrecy. Kalonzo Musyoka also questioned Adani's hand in the Ketraco energy deal and allegedly in the Social Health Authority and Social Health Insurance Fund. The High Court has set the hearing date for November 27th, 2024.
I think this matter is of critical importance. We are dealing with a critical infrastructure which touches on the national security and the well-being of a nation state called Kenya. We have said before, we have no problem with the investors coming to the country. But the way this Adani deal has been crafted, it has all the trappings of what one would call a state capture. Look at Adani at JKIA, Adani in Shaft and Ship, Adani in Ketraco. And the whole thing crowded in secrecy. So we are on record for the petitioners here. In fact, the petitioners in this particular case, Tony Gachoka and political parties, Wiper Democratic Movement, Democratic Action Party of Kenya, and Jubilee Party of Kenya. So that's why we also came, and we are determined to fight over this for the benefit of not just the present generations, but future generations of this country. So there will be transparency. We know that some preliminary objections have been raised by the respondents, in this case, Managing Director of Kenya Airports Authority and the team, the ministers and all. It will be an occasion for Kenyans to see how we cannot run a government and how we cannot auction a nation.
Just to assure them that this postponement of this case, the adjournment to the 17th for the LSK case, and this case to the 27th, does not mean that the conservatory orders are no longer there, and therefore Adani will take over. No, the conservatory orders that have been given in the LSK case, which is a case related to this, and we shall be seeking consolidation of these cases, means that Adani will not still do anything until these matters are heard and determined.
Now, supporters of former Mungiki leader Maina Njenga burst into songs at the Nakuru law courts after he was acquitted of criminal charges against him. This is after the prosecution dropped the criminal case and 11 others for lack of evidence. Njenga was charged with 7 counts of being a member of the leader of the outlawed Mungiki gang. Together with their co-accused persons, Maina had been accused of engaging in organized crimes and planning criminal activities at his house in Wanyororo, Nakuru County on May 12th of 2023. Njenga had been seeking to have charges against him dropped, challenging the authenticity of charges against them about the outlawed Mungiki sect.
That the prosecution does not possess sufficient evidence to sustain any of the charge against any of the accused persons. In the end, I allow the prosecution's application to withdraw the charge under Section 87A of the CPC. Each accused person is discharged accordingly, and I direct that the cash pay deposited by each of the accused person in court be refunded to the respective depositors.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has been named the Deputy Party Leader of the United Democratic Alliance, UDA. The UDA National Executive Committee, NEC, held a meeting on Monday morning where it resolved to replace former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who served as the party's Deputy Leader. While reading the resolutions, UDA Chairperson Cecily Mbarire and the Secretary General Hassan Omar said they arrived at the decision following the successful impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua last month, hence rendering him incapable of discharging his duties as the Deputy Party Leader. His predecessor Gachagua was impeached by the National Assembly on October 8th, a decision that was upheld by Senate on October 17th.
His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua is unable to perform the duties of the office of the Deputy Party Leader and subsequently ceases to hold office as Deputy Party Leader. The National Executive Committee now resolves to designate His Excellency Professor Kithure Kindiki, EGH, as the Deputy Party Leader of the United Democratic Alliance Party, effective immediately.
Therefore, I am very clear in my mind what we need to do as a party going forward. Of course, the second role, which has been bestowed on you again with a lot of humility this morning, I accept. Other than being a party member, to now serve as Deputy Party Leader. In that role, I expect to assist our party leader as he steers our party, as he steers the country, as the leader also of the country at the moment, so that some of the functions that he delegates to me, requests me to assist him, or I am asked to assist him by the party, I'll be more than able, more than willing and available to assist him.
Now, a man who is suspected of being behind a Telegram group for distributing leaked KCSE examination material to parents and students has been arrested. Stephen Nyang'au Mbeche was nabbed by detectives attached to the Kenya National Examination Council and their Masaba North counterparts after a surveillance operation. Mbeche is said to have created the group named KCSE 2024 Leakage Group, where he distributed examination papers while exploiting candidates and parents. Photos from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations show that the group had garnered 802 members and the suspect asking for upfront payment to distribute the papers. DCI added that a search at Mbeche's premises resulted in the seizure of a mobile phone and a laptop, the supposed tools of trade he used. The suspect is currently being processed for prosecution. And of course, that was a report that was released by DCI just earlier in the day as the exams enter week 2. 5 people were killed last night in 3 separate attacks in Isiolo and Samburu counties. The Deputy Inspector General of Police, Gilbert Masengeli, coordinated police response operations in the region and issued a stern warning to those involved in cattle rustling. According to Masengeli, who spoke to journalists at the Isiolo police grounds, say the attacks occurred at Bojidera in Isiolo, where 2 police lost their lives. A second attack took place at Olabulu village at the outskirts of Isiolo town, resulting in 1 fatality, while a third incident happened across the Ewaso River in the neighboring Samburu County.
At around 00:20 hours in Bojidare area, a known number of suspected bandits armed with assault rifles invaded Manyata while shooting, and in the process they stole about 250 herds of cattle and 300 goats. NPR, Kenya Police, as to NPR, the officers trailed and recovered all the 300 goats plus 30 cows during the incident, and 2 people lost their lives and 3 others were injured. The injured have been evacuated to Isiolo District Hospital for treatment, while the deceased handed over to their families for burial according to the Muslim rites. Secondly, today at around 00:35 hours in Holapule area, a known number of bandits armed with assault rifles invaded a home and started shooting before stealing 19 herds of cattle. The NPR, the police officers responded and established that 1 man had been fatally shot, while other persons, including NPR officers, sustained gunshot wounds. All the 19 animals have been recovered and the body have been moved to Isiolo County Hospital for mortuary for preservation. The third incident, 2 bandits were fatally shot across River Waso area under Samburu East, and a total of 211 herds of stolen cows recovered. I am here, I've been to the area in order to coordinate the operation that is ongoing with the officers who are already on the ground to ensure that normalcy is returned. Here with me is the regional police commander, who will live here also to coordinate in coordination with the county security team to ensure that all those herds that were stolen were recovered. Also, I appeal to the members of the public and those affected to remain calm. The government, we are doing our level best to ensure that we recover those animals and also those culprits who have done the heinous act.
Following the uncertainties in the local Muguka market, when the coastal counties pushed for the ban of the hat, Muguka farmers have a reason to smile, as delegates from Djibouti will approve, or if delegates will approve, the direct export of the stimulant to their country, which is one of the biggest consumers. The delegates from Djibouti, accompanied by AFA officials who visited Dalviana Muguka farm in Runyenje, Zembu County, were impressed by the level of hygiene exhibited at the farm. The proprietor of the farm, Kariuki Simba, showcased and exhibited the process of harvesting and packing the hat, where one is expected to wash hands before even getting into the farm.
Distributors for this thing, I think as soon as their paper will be ready, yes, they will come directly, and they will send person also for the packaging. Yeah, because the packaging from there they will need to have a person here. Yes, directly inside the farm. Yeah, for sizing. Okay.
Indicating the source.
Yeah, not indicating source. For packaging, sizing the size.
Wanabiashara kutoka Djibouti ambao wamezunguka hii eneo letu wakiangalia mmea Muguka, wakiweza kuona kama inawezekana kufanya hiyo biashara, kupata Muguka kutoka hapa kwetu hapa Embu County na kupeleka huko Djibouti. Hii ni nafasi ambayo inaweza kuwa njema kwa wakulima wote wa Muguka. Tunajua kuna changamoto kidogo ambayo imepatikana pale Mombasa, lakini rais wetu na viongozi wote tulishikana na tukatatua yale ambayo ilikuwa inatokea. Lakini kama vile zizi zote tunajua, tukipata soko ingine katika nchi ya kigeni ama nchi ambayo tunakaribiana nayo itakuwa ni kitu ya muhimu na ni kitu ambao utafurahia. Ndio maana hawa wafanyabiashara kupitia Agricultural Food Authority wameletwa hapa, wametoka Meru wakakuja Embu County kuangalia kama miraa na muguka inaweza nunuliwa hapa na tuende tukaiuze pale Djibouti. Tunasema ni asanti kwa Agricultural Food AFA kwa hiyo mpango ambao wanafanya, na tunashikana na wao ili tuhakikishe kwamba hiyo mpango itafaulu. Kama itafaulu, tutaendelea tu kutafuta soko ya muguka mpaka ile wakati ambao tutapata, na najua hivi karibuni vile tunatia bidii tukipitia uongozi wa Mheshimiwa Rais, tutaweza kupata soko ya hii mmea yetu ya muguka ili tuweze kuwa na pesa katika mfuko, na tunasema ni asante.
Kandui Member of Parliament John Makali has called upon the Kenya Urban Roads Authority to consider improving the quality of roads whenever they initiate projects to avoid the frequent repairs, which he says are taking up more resources and hindering expansion and uplifting of more roads to bitumen standards. Speaking to journalists after commissioning the tamaking of Sinoko Bungoma High School Road, Makali said it is high time for quality to be embraced. He says the paradigm shift will enable the government to get value for money and improve transport for members. In addition, he has asked the contractors to employ local people in implementation of infrastructure and road projects so that citizens can get symbiotic relationship with the government.
Kwanza kabisa ni kuwa wale ambao wanapewa kandarasi za kuja kufanya kazi hapa lazima waweze kuchukua vijana wa hapa, kwa sababu hawezi leta mwanakandarasi ambaye anakuja na wafanyikazi ile hali vijana wako hapa wengi sana ambao hawana kazi. Na tumekubaliana kwa wakileta mwanakandarasi, wale watu ambao watapewa nafasi ya mbele kabisa ni wakazi wa Kandui ambao mradi huu unafanyikana katika sehemu yao. Kitu cha pili pia ambacho wananchi wameweza kueleza ni kwamba kutenda kazi, ile standard ya kazi ambayo inafanyikana, tumewaambia ya kwamba kuna wanakandarasi fulani wanakuja lakini hawafanyi ile, wanafanya kazi duni. Wananchi wameeleza kwamba wamepeana mifano, mwanakandarasi fulani alifanya ile barabara vizuri sana, mwanakandarasi mwingine alifanya kazi duni kabisa. Wananchi tumewaeleza wazi ya kwamba wakikuja kuhandover site kwa contractor, lazima sisi pia tutakuwa tuhakikishe tupatie yule maagizo kwamba tunataka tupate value for money, kazi iweze kufanyikana kwa ile njia ambayo inafaa. Hatutaki kila mwaka tunataka kurudia barabara ama baada ya miezi 6 unapata mashimo iko kwa barabara kwa sababu ya kazi, kwa sababu ya mikopo ambayo tumeikopa. Njia ambayo iko peke yake ni sisi kutoa ushuru. Na serikali kwa sasa, unakumbuka pia tulitoa ile finance bill. Tukasema acha turudi kwa ile finance bill ya 2023-24. Je, vile tulitoa hiyo finance bill, nchi ilikuwa sawa sawa? Wamekaa hii miezi 6 tumekuja wafanyikazi wa serikali hawajalipwa pesa kwa sababu serikali haiwezi operate bila finance bill. Sasa hizi wako wanaenda kuleta supplementary budget, supplementary finance bill ili tuweze kuangalia ni vitu vipi ambazo tunaweza kufanya. Kwa sababu nchi haiwezi operate without a finance bill.
Conservationists and tourism stakeholders have launched ecotourism sustainable recovery initiatives aimed at promoting Malindi as a green and clean tourist destination. The move seeks to ensure beaches and the town are kept clean of plastic waste to prevent pollution that threatens the environment. The Progress Welfare Association of Malindi has been leading the way in advocating for proper waste management and segregation by organizing monthly cleanups in the beaches and resort town. Their program brings together different stakeholders from Malindi, including the police, the Kenya Wildlife Services, hoteliers, business community, casino, Malindi beach operators, schools, among others.
And today I was very happy to join with my team in our beach cleanup activity together with the local community here in Malindi. A beautiful place where we get a lot of tourists to come. And of course our commitment in sustainability and caring about our environment includes very much to have our beaches cleaned and tidy. So it was very nice to see today more than 100 people showed up to join us, including our guests and our team members, local community organizations, to clean up the beach.
Kenya, it's definitely a very rich country in terms of scenery, beaches, savannah, you know, the whole lot, from Nairobi to Mombasa to Malindi. Malindi, of course, beachside is my favorite place, but because I grew up here, kind of. And I'm a fashion designer, so I can talk more like of Kenyan craftsmanship. It's amazing, and I think even in that sector there is a lot to do because you have a lot of talented artists.
It was really nice to clean the beach with you, with everybody here, and
yeah, it's great to have a moment with the local population. It's what's nice on travel to have the moment of the country, but to know people. It's very nice.
How is your holiday so far?
Nice, very nice, beautiful.
Now, 12 couples in Marigat's AIC Church Town Fellowship held a mass wedding in a bid to cushion themselves from the high cost of living. Presided over by Bishop William Kotut, the couples vowed the I do before hundreds of congregants who had turned in large numbers to witness the first kind of event in Baringo County from the norm of just single couples. According to Paul Tesot and Diana Kibon, one of the couples said that the high cost of living and the need to go as per church doctrines, they had to do a mass wedding, even to cushion the underprivileged in the society, noting that the wedding could cost them as low as 50,000 shillings, and those who have no capacity to raise the money, well, the rest of the couples could cover them.
Leo tumekuwa na harusi ya watu family 12, na harusi hiyo imefana sana. Na ni kwa sababu tuliona kwamba watu wanakuja kanisa na wanaokoka na wanaendelea, lakini walikuwa wameoa kabla ya kuja kanisa. Na tukaona kwamba ili wawe complete waweze kufanya harusi. Pia harusi hii inafanya gharama iende chini, because watu wanashikana mkono, watu wengi, na wanagawa ile gharama ambayo ingekuwa ya mtu mmoja, sasa watu 12 nagawanya.
Mimi nasema as you have, it wasn't my dream wedding, yes, maybe I was, sikuwa naona hiyo picture ya mass wedding, nilikuwa naona pia picture ya kufanya sisi wawili, but the far we've gone, the time we've lived, hiyo miaka na watoto, so nikaona wakati niambia hiyo I had to accept, na nikakubali na roho moja. Nikasema after all tumekaa tumeishi, hakuna madoido mingi, so we had to go through. Karibu 2 months tu, hii kitu imekuja tu karibu 2 months ago, na nikaitikia nikaambia yes.
Doing a mass wedding is cheaper than going it alone. Number one, inkaa kuna kind of cost sharing in between. Then ukiangalia hii mass wedding haina maridadi mingi yenye nahusiana na harusi. Tunaweza ita ni kama harusi ya wazee, kwa sababu it's cheaper, in fact it's affordable kwa kila mtu.
Well, we wish the couples all the best in their marriage, because after all, love is a beautiful thing, right? Now let's head over to sports, where the Bandari Swimming Club Association Junior Championships were held at the Aga Khan Academy in Mombasa. In the girls' 10 years category 100 meters backstroke event, Bandari swimmers won the top 3 places, where Frumkin Samantha emerged the winner, clocking 1 minute 34.82 seconds, followed by her teammates Salima Omar Saeed and Kayla Hope, who returned with 1 minute and 36 seconds and 1 minute 48 seconds respectively. Bandari swimmers made it 11 in the 2 to 3 girls category of the 100-meter butterfly, when Salima Omar took gold after finishing in a time of 1 minute and 40 seconds, followed by Hope Kayla, who came in second with 1 minute 43 seconds, with Nona Samba in the 3rd place. In the girls 10 to 11 years category 200-meter freestyle, Afrin Ahmed of Blue Ocean won it in 2 minutes 44 seconds, followed by Zubeida Mote of Mombasa Aquatics, who finished in 2 minutes 56 seconds, as Mary Joy Kingi of Mombasa Aquatics took third place in 2 minutes 56.42 seconds.
The gala we're having here today is the Junior Championship, 11 years and under. We have about 7 teams taking part and about 1,300 entries. The purpose of such galas is to develop the kids from an early age, get used to the sport for future development, and probably loving the sport as we go by.
Lane 5, Alexa Mutungi Bakari. Lane 6, Isabella Wairimu.
Still in Mombasa, the karate team has managed to organize a year-end competition that has involved more than 200 players from 5 different counties. According to the leader of the competition, Nasoro Zero, he says the competition has been able to involve players of both genders with their age ranging from 5 to 35 years. In addition, he also mentioned the competition is one of the opportunities for young people to gain experience and also make them fair, especially in these times when narcotics epidemic is rampant. However, the manager has been able to appeal to the community and sponsors so that they can see the game as a talent of its own kind and give support to develop young talents.
Tunalo lengo la kuweza kusambaza mchezo huu nje ya nchi yetu tukufu ya Kenya. Tumeweza kuwafundisha wanafunzi na wakaweza kusafiri. Tunao mchezo wa South Africa, tunao Tanzania, kwa siku ya leo tunao wachezaji kutoka nchi tofauti. So itakuwa ni vizuri sana kama na washikadau, serikali na pia mashirika binafsi kiweza kuingilia mambo kama haya na yakaweza kusupport.
Mchezo hii ni endelevu, lakini huu leo tunafanya kabla ya mchezo wa mwisho wa mwaka huu. Kwa rani kwa league ambayo itaanza tena mwaka huu. Lakini mchezo wa leo ni mwisho. Kwa tunaanza mwanzo wa mwaka hadi mwisho wa mwaka. Kwa mwaka utachezwa 7.
The Harambee Stars have arrived in South Africa as they prepare for their final 2 matches in the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. The team will face Zimbabwe on Friday, November 15th, and then take on Namibia on Tuesday, November 19th. The matches will be held at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane. These games are crucial for Kenya as they aim to secure a spot in the 2025 African Cup of Nations tournament. Currently, the Harambee Stars sit in 3rd place in Group J with 4 points. Cameroon leads the group with 10 points, while Zimbabwe is second with 8 points. The outcome of these matches will be key to Kenya's hopes of qualification.
Zimbabwe has a lot of quality players who are playing in Serie A, Premier League, French League 1. So they have this full squad. Nobody is missing in the squad. Everybody is there. So therefore we know that we have to pressure, we have to push. So they will not open the game. They will close the game. They will try to play on time.
Kwa sahi pressure tu ni after kuluzile game mbili zilipita. But from there coach akisema ni alia game na akaanza kupanga hizi games zinakaa hizi mbili na tutaona vile zoezi itakuwa. Watu wote wakishaingia camp tutaona vile itakuwa. Of course vile tu nimesema tuna focus on winning both games.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's just about 2 minutes to past 9 p.m. Allow me to wrap it up at that point. Thank you very much for watching tonight. I hope that you are up to date with what is making headlines across the country. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Good night, and most importantly, please keep warm. My name is Cynthia Nanjala.